So shut the fuck up and listen while I'm kicking it. Here we go.
Energy packs, enemy back, and on enemy line, the rap too melodic, melodies never melodramatic, but hypnotic like a cello soul, fellow fanatics are beaten for, we fuck with, inappropriate, thunder with so much leather call, worker and associates, crime, will remain in the minds of my foes forever in infamy, the epitome of lyrical epiphany, skillfully placed bones, we carefully planned symphony, who would be ignorant enough to have the audacity to fuck with the life of I and my tenacity, this is what you get when you fuck with the lights up. Magnanimous flows of total assholes and ignoramuses. MOP/Rebel March cause damages. The advantages we manage all the labels and manages. Images found 6 feet deep.
My name is Sarah Love, and I'm a true DJ hero.
Brother Africa Bambaataa, the true DJ hero of the funk, of your mind, of your soul. Peace.
You're now locked into TrueDJHero.com. My name's DJ Fingers. If you ask me the question, what point I entered the game, I assume you're meaning the small hip hop community that we had originally here. So my beginnings in that would be probably around 84, because I think a lot of the times that people are putting to things of that era, probably the calculations may not be right, but from my remembrance of leaving school and then getting introduced to Westwood at Spats, so that's when I became known as a DJ on the scene, which was mostly breakers at that time. The only other DJs that I can recall are Deck Masters, people like Jive Jr., Streets Ahead, came a bit later, Richie Rich, Cosmic Jam and Imperial Mixers, and most of the DJs were crews, and obviously that's not being disrespectful to any other DJs that could have come from other areas, but based on the community that was at Spats and the DJs that you saw that were challenging other DJs, they were the main crews. My involvement with Spats came by basically, like I said, around even before 84, 82, 83, people were mostly into the dancing. I was already experimenting with even fours mixing and then getting into the turntables and mixing and scratching, and you're just in your own world. And all my friends, they were very known breakers from Tottenham that went to Coventry. And there was one crew that toured at one stage called Breakazoids, and when other crews were getting known, Breakazoids were actually always out of the country touring. And there was one guy that I knew called Wiz. He could do the turtle really fast. He used to say that he used to dance for Westwood at Gossips, and I said to him, "Oh, I like Westwood, but we hear other DJs like Imperial Mixer, who I got a lot of respect for. But at the time, Westwood was always playing this mix of DSD, like he was cutting up Rocket and the Wild Star. He was doing this sort of set that DSD was famous for, and Westwood always played that mix of Imperial Mixer. So me, as one of the members of the Mix Masters, I was telling this breaker that he thought, well, could you do better than that? I said, yeah, of course, we got our said, okay, I'm going to introduce you to Westwood. So we went on that Saturday to Westwood, and we just met the whole, community, not face to face, but introduced, but we witnessed all the breakers and some of the earlier MCs. And when we saw that, we said, this is what we've been preparing for. We always wanted to be DJs for MCs. And based off of that, Westwood grew to like us as mix masters, and he actually offered us spats. He said to us that he'd like us to take over spats, he was going to move on. And we invited Family Quest to do spats with us, and that was my beginning basically. Became Family Quest DJ. And, any shows they did, apart from the like single type shows, any local jams or house parties, I was always DJing for them. And that was kind of my beginnings, and then I grew with the appetite to become like my own sort of, create my own group and production. I met Noddy at Spats around the time that we were running Spats, and even someone like Dave Cash, who was unrecorded, unsung member of Syndicate. Noddy basically came to Spats, and also there was a jam that there's a brother that was at Spats that was one of the first people to go to America. I can't remember his name, but he organised a jam in Pimlico, and that was the old school of Crazy Noddy used to go to that school, and he was on the list, and everyone was reading the flyer and thinking, who's this guy Noddy? And I liked the way he flowed, and there was some reaction in the crowd, and I liked the way he dealt with it, so we got talking, and from there we always said, look, we want to record. So we were doing early versions of Syndicate's Kicking, we were messing around with that, and then eventually we got to do what we did, but that's where I first met him actually, at Spats, but he never rapped at Spats, he basically just came there.
Right. Misappropriation of hip hop, book.
Yeah.
Tell us about the book.
Okay, basically the idea for the book came from me basically at a late stage, literally about 7 years ago. I decided to take on a course called Sound Art and Design at London College of Printing, which is now London College of Communication. And while I was studying there in my first year, I came across a respected author called David Toop, who's very renowned within sound art practice. And the impression I got of him was that he was very disappointed with hip hop at present, but the way he spoke about hip hop was, me being the only black person in the room of like 30 odd, it made me feel like, well, this is my life, this is what I've become an ambassador for. And it kind of made me think like, even though he's talking bad about it and he's got a right to, he kind of should separate the two, should separate the hip hop, authentic hip hop tradition from the modern corporate rap. Because there isn't many bookshops, so based off an old friend that I knew through sort of seeking knowledge, on the street, a brother called Devin Stewart, he's always sold books, and he knew about what I was doing, and he said to me, well, I'd like to publish the book. And I said to him, well, you're asking me that you want to do it, so based on that, whatever comes of it, let's just run with it. So Devin's always sold books generally, and we're all both on the same page. Over these 20 years I've known him, we've all been growing spiritually, going in the same.
It's a mad world, because me and Devin go back as well. Yeah, we used to be close with the Cash Crew.
It shows you how real this whole thing is.
Yeah.
So like based on that, I said to him like, yeah, let's do it. And currently, based on a lot of emphasis, us being in London, and there's a lot of emphasis put on London, he decided that he wanted to go to Birmingham and try and sell books there. So I said, look, I'll follow you. So nearly 2 years, in May will be 2 years that we've been doing that. And we sort of, the book is available online, so you could go to Amazon, pin DJ Fingers, The Misappropriation of Hip Hop, or you could follow the ISBN number and find it on Amazon. And you could get it posted to you within a day or so, probably £10, £10.99. based on there not being many bookshops, you could actually, if you have the ISBN number, you could actually go to WA Smith's or any of the bookshops that are around Waterstones, and they've got a record of it and they can order it. But
get out there, order the books, order the books now.
It's not actually in any bookstores because there isn't actually many stores.
Yeah, but even the ones that do, you go to the black section and it's still free.
Throughout television's history, Black and Latinos have struggled both with blatant and subtle stereotyping. Prime examples in the past have been the buffoonery of Amos and Andy in the 1940s, and most recently, the hip-hop orientated The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Forward to the present day, and if you have the inclination, you can see the music television's many stations presenting a normalized image of black expression concerned only with material gain and partying and rife with tomfoolery. This disingenuous portrayal by some of the media is not only damaging to the people depicted, but also allows for an unwarranted prejudice by others sold on these negative descriptions, which appear to provide many people's main awareness of the black experience. This book is intended to find answers to a question that has persistently recurred in the conversations of hip-hop aficionados. That is, whether hip-hop has been misappropriated.
I'm DJ Fingers and I'm a true DJ hero.
I'm a true DJ hero.
Who are you?
Funny Brave.
Alright then.
Smoke crack. Never smoked weed, Rockmans or Benson and Hedges. That's why my lungs is clear.
That's what it is outside Mau Mau's, Portobello. You know what it is. Yes.
MC, FG, aka Steve Austin. And also a true DJ hero. And a true microphone hero.
That's what's up. That's coming up next. True Microphone Hero.